Well, if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, you know that I just did a lesson last week, actually earlier this week, upon, how Baphomet, the devil, Esau, that whether you were brought into this fictional reality of Christianity or the or direct Satanism, that's all one and the same. Esau, so-called white man, being deceitful, and in the background you see what over here is portrayed as the so-called Jesus image, which we know that's not even his name if you go back to the Hebrew. So, Michelangelo, actually it wasn't even Michelangelo, it was actually Leonardo da Vinci. A lot of people want to say it's Michelangelo because he followed up what Leonardo da Vinci had done, depicting Cesare Borgia as the image that they wanted to push, by Xing out the true biblical image of Yahweh Shai, so they could push their image upon the whole world. And this is how Satan, the so-called white man, Esau, was able to push their image. So we know that get it here, the devil is a liar. So, and yet that was the image that, we were told that we had to worship, that those that would not worship should be killed. And the essence of, the AKA Renaissance era, the Inquisitions and everything, that people were forced, into this worship of Cesare Borgia, And so here we are now, getting out of this fictional reality. Those that are coming into this truth, that this word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, differs with everything we've been taught. And so we're coming out of this fictional reality, Christianity, and that, you're supposed to love everybody and all that, and we're getting away from these precepts, that we're no longer to drink of this wine of wrath, of the fornication, that is the philosophies of Esau, the so-called white man, so we're not all going to get together and try to love one another right now. And this love for each other is the love for us that are in this truth, which are the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who are teaching this truth, and the Akim that's out there also pushing this word, So that's why we say at the beginning of the videos, like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who are pushing this truth in sincerity, and the Akim that's also out there pushing this truth, the confusion of faces, the blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, who are coming back to their nationality, and we're pushing this truth, because this truth is not going to be taught in the so-called 501c3 church. No, we have to be the church. We have to be the people, because church means a gathering of people. Where two or more are gathered, here I would be in the midst of them. And we know it's not this image of Cesare Borgia, that his true biblical image is a dark-skinned man having hair white like wool, feet like undefined brass, as if burned through a furnace, as in Revelation chapter 1, verses 13 through 15. But that's not the image that's being pushed, nor is anybody even talking about this except for us on the streets. See, we have to guide our people. And again, we don't know who the two-thirds is, for one. And just because somebody may look like an Edomite, they may not necessarily be an Edomite. You have to test that spirit, just like you see in these videos. So, and we're trying to tell our people that you have nothing to look forward to here, And I highly recommend subscribing to both channels, In Revelation Times and Confusion of Face Reading. Whether you're viewing this on one channel or the other, just be subscribed to both, because you're going to get a lot more edified, because what I do is I forward a lot of videos and, compile them together as to what's being talked about, RT, the alternative media, and Syria News, what's going on over there, because I put it all together and, put this there so, you can see what's really going on, what they don't want you to know about, what they don't want you to talk about. But, these nursing homes, what do you have to look forward to? You think that you're going to work hard all your life to achieve the American dream, that you're going to retire? You're working hard for retirement? And for what? To just be put into a fucking nursing home, which is nothing more than a jail or prison, and no, man, you have nothing to look forward to here, you know, and that we must come back as to who we are as a people, and now start looking forward to, because I've already come to this conclusion. The only thing that really even matters is a testimony of this truth, the word of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, that everything else doesn't even fucking matter. I don't give two shits about who's going to win the Super Bowl, two shits about, you know, what's going on here or there, you know. I pay attention to these end time events, but I look forward to the elect being reached, and I look forward to this place, Babylon the Great, America, being destroyed finally. And I really look forward to it when I see all these countries turning against America. Because it's time that America pays for everything it's fucking done. Especially pushing this image, you know, this fictional reality, Christianity, which has been deceitful to our people. You know, this devil here, Esau, the so-called white man, has pushed this image onto our people. And our people have been deceived by it for so fucking long, you know, that it's now time to blow the lid off of this, you know. And there should be a lot more, you know, and the only people that you're going to find that are even doing this, that are going to be outraged about it, is Great Millstone, you know. Granted, these other Israelite camps do talk about this a little, but at the same time, though, they say, well, it doesn't matter what his name is, you know that you know, we're not supposed to know his name, or that it is Christianity. No, it's everything, but most of all, the mark of the beast is the RFID implement, which is the final slavery that Esau, the so-called white man, wants to put us under. You know, he wants to put the cuffs back on. You know, but the cuffs were never really taken on, because you find out in the Star Spangled Banner itself that you find those extra lyrics that they don't sing, you know, pretty much says that they want to keep the slaves, that they never intended on letting us go. And that's the whole point. You'll never be free here. You're never going to make it. You're not going to make it, you know. Pretty much, you just... The only thing to look forward to, really, is that thermonuclear destruction. If you keep on drinking these philosophies of Esau, the so-called white man, you look forward to this destruction too. Or you look forward to being beamed up on them chariots, when them chariots is destroying this place, Babylon the Great. But you may have to die for this. You may have to die refusing that mark. You must refuse that mark. You know, be resistant to this. You know, stop loving the so-called white man. Stop following these fictional realities of you're supposed to love everyone, that Jesus died for everybody. And Jesus is not even his name. It's the name of Cesare Borgia, because that's how he comes in that image that's been pushed to us. So, you know, again, you know, it's time for us to come out of Babylon the Great, America, its philosophies, because it has corrupted our people. Everything's corrupt. Everything's fucked up, like Ice Cube said in one of his more recent raps that came out a few years ago, man. Yeah, everything's corrupt, everything's fucked up, the schools are corrupt. You've got to escape from a system that's fake, from a system that hates. You know? Everything's corrupt. And now we're starting to see all that. But we should have seen this a long time coming. But, you know, we weren't destined yet. Now, the things that we are predestined for is now coming out. You know, there's only a few more minutes left. Because after midnight, everything's going to be destroyed, you know. We're just a few minutes before midnight, you know. And midnight is representative of when Babylon the Great, America is destroyed. The cup of wrath of indignation is finally poured out on this whore. And so, you know, you don't want to be caught in that judgment. You know, you want to be part of that elect, the 1/3. But again, you know, it's time to escape that fictional reality if you are a part of that elect, that 1/3. You know, and like I've said on many occasions, if you're receiving this and you're understanding this, and this all makes sense to you, that you've been lied to all your life, that this word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai differs everything that you've been taught, then you're an Israelite. But, you know, you definitely, you know, it's now time to start connecting, get connected, you know, because we're out there teaching, you know. And the famine of the word is coming where it won't be found. So now's the time to seek his knowledge. You know, come to these places. Start asking questions. That's what we're out there for anyways, is to answer any questions. You know, that's why we do all this. You think we do this because we want popularity? There's no such thing, really, because channels get taken down, and, you know, it doesn't matter how many likes you got, you know, that they're just going to give you strikes and take down your channel anyways. But, you know, you just keep on coming back, you know, until you can't do this anymore, you know, and that's what this is all about. Reaching the elect of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, reaching the elect of Yasha Allah, you know. So, I hope this has been edifying, and just, it's a quick review, and like I said, you know, you can check out the other channel, and you can check out that video that I just talked about, you know, that what do you have to look forward to here in America? Nursing homes, you can find out how fucked up they are, you know. But then again, you probably have seen how fucked up they are. It's terrible, you know. Or at worst, because you don't conform to Esau, that you get put in a mental institution and they put you on them fucking drugs, you know. Or, you know, you get, pretty much you're in a prison sentence anyways. This whole place is nothing more than a prison, you know. If you will, this is Oz, you know. This is 1984. And there's several members in 1984. Your government is 1984. And you know who I'm talking about, George Orwell, 1984. That's what this place is. Freedom is slavery in 1984. You have no freedom. Because Big Brother is watching you, every move you make. You may as well stand for something, you know, in this latter times. You may as well go out there and proclaim this truth. You know, get educated on this, do your research, and start reading the Bible and having the interpretation. That's why we have to pastor our flock. And that's why he has sent prophets, watchmen out there to guide this flock, you know. So, I encourage all of you now to pretty much get out of this fictional reality of Christianity and the concept that you're supposed to love everyone. No, you're supposed to hate your enemy. Your enemy is Esau, the so-called white man. You should be very pissed off and very angry that you've been lied to all your life. And that, man, the Star-Spangled Banner itself tells you that they never intended on letting you go free. And you'll never be free until America is destroyed once and for all. And if you are delighting when you've seen all these other countries coming against America, then most likely you're an Israelite. You know, but even the other nationalities know that America is the great Satan. And that, you know, most of all, that this guy right here is alive today. Cesare Borgia is alive today. His name is David Rothschild. And he is a spitting image of Cesare Borgia. So, it's time now, see you be not deceived. You know, for many shall come in my name, saying that I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. But know that that's not the real biblical image, that the real image is going to look a lot more like Morgan Freeman. He's going to have a golden girdle, and, you know, we also push out his true image. I can't just click something while being on a selfie stick, or else I would show that, but you can catch our other videos, you know. And like everything else, though, the only camp that's out there that's teaching the truth is Great Millstone. You know, so to that I want to say shalom. Hope y'all were edified.